I'm looking at things too from afar as an observer. I just think politically, if Joe Biden steps down, there's no way they can't choose Kamala Harris politically, right? Do you agree? Or can they get around that? Because, you know, they will isolate a huge section of the Democrat Party if they turn their back on her.
I don't necessarily think it has to be Vice President Kamala Harris. And as viewers in Australia may already be familiar with, she isn't the most popular political figure here. And yet, as you point out, obviously, there is a base of support, including a strong base of support within the Democratic Party. And removing someone who is a person of color, a woman from consideration is just, political kryptonite, especially within the Democratic Party. But at the same time, Biden has essentially created these conditions. Kamala has to go along with him. And so you may see governors like Gavin Newsom in California, Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan, Andy Beshear down in Kentucky, who start to put themselves, or their supporters start to put them forward. And I think, quite frankly, those are our strongest candidates going into November.
Brett, you teach crisis communication at university, right?
At Georgetown, you bet.
Yeah. So I'm just watching this press conference this morning with Karine Jean-Pierre, and she's still maintaining Joe Biden is good for the race. He's not going to drop out. But there's also these question marks now about excuses that are changing with regards to his poor showing at the debate last Friday. First he was crook, now he's got jet lag, even though it was 12 days after arriving back from Europe to the United States before the debate. How do you think the White House is handling this crisis?
Well, you mentioned before, you're a parent, I'm a parent. We're familiar with the 101 excuses that your children can make for why they didn't do their chores, why they didn't turn in their homework on time. And I think that's echoing what we are seeing from the White House and from the Biden campaign over the last several days. And, it is not, to your point, effective crisis communication. You don't want to be putting forward, a new rationale, a new reason every day. And quite frankly, they just need to be more transparent about this. Somebody raised at the press briefing at the White House today, why doesn't the president take the 100 steps from the Oval Office into the Brady press briefing room there at the White House and answer some questions? Instead, what we're getting are, as you were just showing before, some of these formal, these very well orchestrated, prepared, teleprompter-driven conversations with the president, not an authentic exchange.
No, that's right. And he pretty much always goes off the teleprompter these days, except for that debate. And look what happened there. Good to see you. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We'll get you on again as this story develops.